Good Sunday afternoon, folks. Here in the backyard, just thinking. Doing a little sipping, a little thinking with Big Mama Rood. Mama, you love America?
I am a proud American.
You proud American? You want your kids and great grandkids to grow up in the same America you grew up in?
Yep.
I don't know about you guys.
Communist America, that's for sure.
No what?
Not a communist America, that's for sure.
You like private property? You like freedom of speech?
I want our kids to be able to live on through what we have bought them already.
You like the Second Amendment?
I don't have a choice but to like the Second Amendment.
Living with me, you ain't got a
Yeah.
choice. Anyway, folks, we just hanging out here in the backyard. And you know we're getting close to this election, right? Let me flip this thing over. We're getting close to this election when we got Tuesday's the election, I believe. And
Yep.
guys, Democrats already come out and saying they don't care if Trump wins. They know Trump's going to win. Like all the polls, don't believe the freaking polls. They said in 2016, all the polls showed Hillary Clinton as a landslide, right? It's all horseshit. The Democratic Party runs all the major media posts. They're lying about all the, the polls, saying that it's going to be a landslide for Biden. They're saying that because it's a landslide for Trump. If you don't go out there and vote, folks, this is like, you better go out there and vote like your life depends on it, because Nancy Pelosi, that demonic looking thing that sits in office over there, I don't even know what the fuck she's done in the past 30 years, but sit over there and get her hair and nails done and pretend that she loves America while she usurps power, sucks freaking money out of different interest groups and cons the American people. She has already came out and said, we don't care if Trump wins. We're going to have our separate elections. Look it up. I'm not making any of this shit up. We don't care if Trump wins. We're going to have our separate election, and we're going to secede from the union and have our own inauguration for Biden. Look it up. She said it not once, but twice. So if that don't tell you something, folks, that doesn't tell you that they're losing like crazy right now. And that's why she's saying that, because they know they're about to lose everything, right? And you probably wonder why, well, Chris, why are you getting on talking about all this? I'm getting on talking about this because I love America. I love my freedom. I love the fact that I can sit in my backyard and do Facebook Lives. I can own private property. I can go in the woods and shoot a gun. I can freaking drive a cool car. I can, I can have an opinion. I can say something that's controversial without getting hung or shot or censored, even though there's massive censorship going on. If you don't see the craziness that's going on in our country, you better wake up, folks, because this is probably the most important election since freaking George Washington, right? Since the revolution. China, and you probably think, oh Lord, here's the conspiracy. No, this is conspiracy facts, folks. China, with a lot of the Democratic Party, you can look at all this up, along with Biden and his son, are caught red-handed trying to overthrow the American government, trying to install a puppet government ran by China through communism, right? The Communist Party loves Chinese, folks. They love the Chinese. They love all the power they have. If you go to China, you realize there's a camera on every single corner of China that watches and listens to everything you say. Everything you say, you can't say anything bad. If you say something bad about the Chinese government, you will get put in jail, possibly, I don't know all the things they do, but I know
Is there a social card?
there's a social card. There's a social card in China that if you don't do the right thing, you literally get a bad social card and you get less rights and freedoms while you're in China. Is that what you want to live in? Well, you say, well, Chris, Trump has been in cahoots with the Russian, with Putin trying to meddle in our elections in 2016. Guys, it was horseshit. They tried that for 3 years. They can't find anything. That was made up to take your eyeballs off of what they're trying to do, right? Wake up, folks. I know some of you guys have been having communists inbox me and say, you hillbilly redneck. once Trump is tricking all of you hillbillies that you're just a stupid, ignorant Southerner, he's gonna take away all your food stamps. They told me that. I had a guy inbox who said they're gonna take away all my food stamps. Did I tell you that, Big Mama?
No.
Do you want all your
What
food
a
stamps
joke.
taken away?
He's worried about his own food.
Yeah, he's worried about his own food stamps. It's sad, folks. It's sad, but you got to get out there and you got to vote, because if we just like Trump said, if Biden wins, folks, it's a win for China. China's going to take over. You got communism coming right down. It's beating on our back door. If you don't know what communism is, I have a lot of social media friends. I know people personally. I know that fled Europe after World War II during the Cold War to get away from communism, right? So having a conversation with a guy, Michael Pidd, P-I-D. You can look him up. He came from Eastern Europe. He fled communist Europe, him and his family, to come over here because it was so bad. That, if you don't understand what communism is, guys, it's not some, everybody's equal, everybody has the same. It's basically everybody has just enough to live. There is no freedom of speech. You don't get to own private property. You can't start businesses. The government controls everything, and they tell you what to do. The government tells you what job you can have, how much money you're going to make, everything. And they say, well, we're going to take care of you, take care of all your food needs, all your health needs, all that stuff. There's no freedom of speech. You say something to a government official, they'll shoot you, right? That's just how it is, right? And millions of people left Europe, Eastern Europe, after World War II to get away. And even, in the 50s and 60s, that's what, during the Cold War, to get either to the other side of Europe, to Western Europe, or to America, to escape that, guys. Like, if you don't understand what's going on, you think this may be a joke or this is funny. I can't see any comments, by the way, Patty.
Okay.
So read me the comments and maybe give me your own opinion about what's going on, but tell your friends and family. Like, I'm even talking to liberal Democrats that I know that are voting Trump. Lots of them. I just got off the phone with a buddy of mine that's texting back and forth out of Chicago. He said there's Democrats everywhere voting Trump. If he doesn't win, I don't see how it's not rigged. I just can't see how it's not rigged, right? The Democrat. What, Mom? What, you about to say something? The Democratic.
I believe James said they believe they was trying to start a civil war.
They're absolutely. That's what I'm leading up to. They're absolutely trying to start a civil war, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to secede from the Union. George Soros. You can look it up. Go on my feed today. I posted a link that Glenn Beck posted on the Blaze. He went in and did a bunch of research and pulled documents and found out where all the money's coming from and all these riots for BLM and all that. And guess where it all comes from? It comes from George Soros's companies. And he even found documents showing 4 different scenarios of what's going to happen if Trump wins, barely wins, Biden wins, or it's contested. And the first 2 scenarios don't look good. They're going to pump hundreds of millions of dollars, probably in the next couple weeks, if Trump wins, into basically destroying a bunch of cities, causing mayhem all over the streets in major cities of America. Look it up. This is not my opinion. This is not what I think. This is what's going on. This is what's about to go down. They know they're about to lose all their power. They've been ripping off the American people for so long and lying to minorities and less fortunate people, telling them that rich people, middle class people are bad people, and that we should tax them more because they're bad people because they make money, and we need to give it to you guys. Listen, you've been conned, folks. You've been conned. Listen to me. If you honestly think the government's your best friend and the government's here to take care of you, you've been fooled. You've been fooled into thinking that the government has your best interests at heart. It doesn't. Communism has failed. Socialism has failed all over the country hundreds of times. Look at Venezuela. Look at the Soviet Union. Look at all the Eastern European countries. They all have fallen, all of them. The only reason China and Russia have somewhat, especially China, has somewhat of an economy right now, because for the past 30 years, the Democratic Party, along with other crazy politicians, have been outsourcing all of our jobs for insider tradings to make money, right? Selling off our jobs. That's why we've been losing all these jobs to manufacturing in China because they've sold off all our jobs. And that's what Trump's bringing back. Trump's bringing all that back, and they don't like it. China doesn't like it. China wants us to fail. China's actively funding all kind of money into America right now to try to start a civil war. Guaranteed if they can break up the republic, then they're going to win, right? Because they know if Trump gets another 4 years, their pocketbook is going to be hurt bad. It's already been hurt really, really bad. So wake up, folks. This is not a joke. Like, I'm honestly worried about my kids, my grandkids. I'm trying to build my fortune. I'm trying to build my legacy. I don't want to, wake up and be in a freaking communist country and you can't, like, there's no point in hustling no more. Like, the hustle's over. If you live in a communist country, dude, the hustle's over with. The hustle is gone. There's no point in even hustling in a communistic style country. That's why everybody's so super low tone and always depressed. Like, you just get enough, a few grains of weed and barely enough to live.
You no longer are responsible for your own life.
That's right.
When you're no longer responsible for your own life, why try? That's a miserable, miserable existence. But the problem is, the people who want Biden to win, they don't want to take responsibility of their own life. That's the problem.
Nope. And guys, I'm getting on these lives because, I learned something a long time ago when I was a young kid that, the more knowledge you have about any situation, the more responsibility you're given, and then you can control it, right? You can control an area. So knowledge, control, responsibility, right? So if everything is done for you and you have everything given to you, and then you have no control over your life. You need some responsibility. You need something to push up against. You need work. You need to work hard. You need to have, something, a game in life, right? When everything's given to you, there is no game in life. Right. There is no game. The game is to go out there and have something to push up against, right? If everything's given to you, there's just absolutely no reason to even live, right? So bring me what your thoughts are, guys. How you feel about this? Do you feel like I'm just crazy? Just this redneck hillbilly guy from South Louisiana, don't know what he's talking about, like some of these communists have been inboxing me? I can take it. Check out that somebody sent me this this Trump cup that they don't.
Shout out to Lauren, he sent us the cups.
Yeah, a buddy of mine from high school. Don't always get impeached, but when I do, I get reelected. Anyway, folks.
Okay, let's see.
Give me some of these questions, Mama.
I don't know where the there's one guy on here fussing about Black Lives Matter too, and they want justice for all. How about justice for none?
Justice for none?
Yeah, because if he gets what he wants, there'll be justice for none of us. He's worried about having justice for all, being like, because Black Lives Matter and we all matter. And that's why he's supporting Biden. But if they win, there's no justice for any of us after that.
Well, let's talk about the consequences if Biden wins. He's already come out and said, hey, we're going to shut down the economy again, mandated mask. Dude, most of the businesses I know are freaking teetering on the verge of bankruptcy. So we're going to shut down the whole economy again. He's public. Don't take my word for it. Listen to what the man says. I'm going to mandate masks all across the country, which I think is horseshit. I'm going to shut down the economy again to let this, get through it again. Listen, guys, when the Rona first came out, they said, we're only going to be shut down for 2 weeks. Then it was 2 months. Now we're 8 months into it. Bill Gates has just come out and said we need to be shut down for 10 years. 10 years. Look it up. He said it. 10 years.
And why are we even listening? Why are we even listening to Bill Gates? Like, I don't even understand.
Because he's got a vested interest going.
It's disgusting. Like, that man has no reputation to be managing people's health. He's not a doctor. I just don't understand it. It's all fucking ass backwards.
No, everything's ass backwards. Nothing makes sense. And that's what I think the American people have had enough. Like, nothing makes any freaking sense. Does it make any sense to be shut down this long? It doesn't. It doesn't. Trump just got over the Rona. He got over it in 4 days? And the man's 73 years old and he's back at it? Like, yeah, people are going to die from the Rona. Like, dude, we can't shut down everything and not live.
They die of heart disease. They die of lung cancer. They die of all kind of other cancers. People die every day. That is just what part of life.
Yeah. we gotta live life, guys. Like, I'm sorry, we gotta live. This ain't the bubonic plague, right? This is just another strain of the flu. Okay, more people died of the flu. More people dying of tuberculosis. I forget how many. Look it up. I think it was 2 million people died of tuberculosis. Or 1 million people died of tuberculosis. Why we didn't shut everything down?
And don't we have a vaccine for that?
Yeah.
Right? Don't we have a vaccine for that? And it still doesn't save
Yeah,
people?
we have. Let me give you. We have a vaccine for the flu. Has that stopped the flu, folks? No. It's all horse shit. It's all horse shit. I even got people in my family, like immediate family, that are like, you know, all in the medical field, and they freaking they think, you know, they're all mad at me for coming out and saying that because, you know, they're pro-vaccination. I'm anti-vaccination. Like, I've seen the statistics. I've seen what it's done to kids, including some of my kids. I don't. There's no reason to pump all these people full of vaccinations. Like, it's all a money-making scheme, folks.
Look at the type of people who are making vaccinations. Fucking Bill Gates. Would you really want a man who talks about, like, what does he talk about?
Population control.
Well,
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You want him vaccinating your children? Are you serious?
Well, let's talk about that for a second, Patty. He goes on TEDx talking about that we need population control. Like, we need to kill off, or, you know, limit people having. We need to scale down the population by 10-15%. And in the same token, he acts like he loves humanity so much, but yet he wants to kill off people in one breath, and in the next breath, now in 2020, he's trying to save people from the Rona. But he just gets off. He just did a big old TEDx talk about how the Earth's overpopulated, which is horseshit. It's not overpopulated. There's more freaking land. You could have another. We can 10x the population right now. We still wouldn't fill up all the land. It's all horseshit. Guys, wake up. It's a bunch of super rich people that've got so much money that they can't get enough. They can't get enough. I truly believe in my heart of hearts, and you know, I'm 40 years old, 39. I'm not an old man, but I'm a seasoned man. I've been on this planet for 39 years, and I've seen all the presidents, you know, that I've seen. There hasn't been a better president than Trump. The most transparent, good intentioned person. Now, is he perfect? No. Like, he likes women. He's been married a couple times. He's a playboy billionaire. Dude, good for him. Good for him. He made his way through the world. Like, he made his money as a real estate developer and investor. Nothing wrong with that. But all of a sudden, you know, he's dated a black woman. He was the first person to let Jews on one of his golf courses in Florida. I read. Used to hang out with all the black. Used to hang out with all the black rappers. Frickin' rappers loved him before he was a president. Now that he's president, he's prejudiced. That's all they can say. He's racist. Listen, the racist card is old, folks. You liberal communists that follow me, it's old. That's all, because that's what I got called on a post I made the other day that had a bunch of likes and like 200 comments, you know, almost 550 likes, and bunch telling me I'm white racist. Like, if that's all you got, dude, you need to reevaluate your rebuttal card, because coming out and all you can say is you're racist with no facts. Like, where do I own slaves? Do I talk down to black people? Do I do anything that's racist? No. I had my son's oldest, my oldest son had his best friend was black in high school. He stayed in my house. How long did
he lived here for 6 months?
He lived in my house for 6 months. I fed him, clothed him, everything for 6 months. It's old, folks. Like, they use these race cards. They use these to try to undermine Trump, and these stupid ass communist liberals, you know, really think he's a racist. Trump is not a racist, right? It's a joke. Like, it's almost hilarious. But I'd like to know what you think about it, you know?
Randy said, time to get John Bel Edwards out of Louisiana. Amen. He can't
Dude,
get out fast enough.
Get that communist scumbag out of Louisiana.
Horrible.
Still got everything shut down half-ass, and it's ridiculous. Like, people had enough, folks. Like, listen, if you that communist, if you that liberal, go to California. Go see all the Trump parades they're having
and even
in
New York.
LA.
I just
in New
shared
York?
something in New York. They were having Trump parades in New York.
Trump parades in New York. Like, I think, dude, I honestly think that if he doesn't win Tuesday, it's rigged. From all, like, they're showing videos of every one of Biden's speeches, or his parades or whatever he's doing. The most they counted so far was 42 people that I've seen. I've seen about 4 or 5 of them. One of them had 7 people there. Another one had 11. The biggest one had 42 people show up. 42. The minimal amount of Trump is like, the only reason it's only 5 to 10,000 is because it's in a small space. He was in.
Well, it's they're limited.
They're limited. Yeah, limited people. But listen, if it's not a landslide, folks, if you haven't noticed, it's rigged, right? If they're already coming out saying that we don't care if he wins or not, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna secede from the union, have our own inauguration with Biden, it's rigged, folks. I'm sorry. I'll come out and say it. I don't care if you turn me into Facebook, Zuckerberg, which he's already censored me on Instagram. It's out of control, folks. It's out of control.
Somebody asked, would you hire someone black? All day long if they were qualified?
Would I hire somebody black? I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that work for me that are black. So yes, and I've been hiring black people since I was.
Well, you have one manager.
The manager of one of my businesses is black. He's been there. He's been running one of my businesses for 7 years. 7 years. 7 years. So yes, it's all. Listen.
They all jump to assumptions, which is the problem with them. They assume everything instead of.
No, they know that they listen to CNN. They listen to the media that tells them, listen, if you haven't figured out yet, it's all by design to divide and conquer us, right? This has been going on for a long time, folks. All you can do is read history. I read a lot. This shit has been going on since they had media, since they had newspapers. They would put one group of people against another group and have them fight and bicker, and then have some destruction and chaos and come in and offer a solution, right? It's called problem, reaction, solution. So if you honestly think that there's that much racism in 2020, it's because you're watching too much CNN. Listen, I live in the Deep South. There's not that much racism. Yeah, you can have some every now and then, you see a little, comment here or there, but that goes, that's just going to happen. But blatant racism, like where that, black people are actively trying to hurt white people and white people are actively trying to hurt black people, I don't see it. And I live in the Deep South. I don't see it, folks. I go to the gym here in my town and there's freaking Chinese, blacks, whites, Hispanics, all working out together. And that's just been going on since been going there when I was 10 years old. And I've been working at the same gym for, 25 years, right? Or about 20 years I've been going there. But it's a joke. It's a freaking joke, and they playing all of us against one another. Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros. Black Lives Matter is they're tricking a lot of good-hearted black people. Yes, is there some police brutality? Yeah, there's some, but dude, it's far and few between. They only show when a white cop kills a black guy, only. But yet, white cops kill white guys all the time. Look up the statistics. It ain't because I've actively looked it up. I wanted to know because I'm a numbers guy. I'm in real estate, folks. Like, I want to know. I want to know the numbers. And I'm telling you, you're being tricked. You're being conned into thinking that black cops or white cops just go around killing black people all the time, and that's just because dude, they only show the bad. They don't show the good. They don't show a black.
It's just like reality TV. It's all edited to look a certain way. It's not. You can't believe any of that horse shit. There's media people that said they had really good stories that they were never allowed to talk about, and it was because it would cause too much.
Well, they don't. It doesn't.
They can't be truly honest.
Good news doesn't. It doesn't circulate as fast as bad news, folks. I guarantee you, say something good that happened and see how fast it circulates, and then go around and say something bad, some scandal, and watch how fast that scandal gets circulated. It's just it's the nature of the beast, but it's really unfortunate that we live in a time like that where good news doesn't spread, only bad news. So that's the con job that we get from our media. I just made a post the other day, literally I'm waiting. That's, in a free market society, you want to supply what's needed and wanted. And I wish somebody that had a lot of money, somebody had, maybe billions of dollars, hundreds of millions. I don't know what it costs. It would start a truth media company. Because even, dude, they're all compromised. Even Fox News, like Fox, they're all CNN, ABC, every single one of them.
You go to for your news?
I listen to a lot of independent sources, and that's where I get my news. And I look at both sides. I don't just look, And it's actually entertaining to watch CNN. It's actually so over the top, the lies, that it's actually entertaining. And I forgot who said, "Tell a big enough lie, and anybody will believe it," right? But anyway, folks, I just had to come on here and tell you guys that go out and vote. Like it's imperative that, listen, who said that MMA fighter, that Mexican MMA fighter came out and said, he said, you don't take the Super Bowl coach out after he just won the Super Bowl. The last 4 years with Trump, everybody's been winning. He's removed all the tariffs from China. He's brought back our jobs. Mexican, Latinos, blacks have the highest employment rates ever in the history of the United States. The economy's doing better than it's ever done. Everybody's making money, but yet we're supposed to pull him out because why? Because the Democrats saying that he killed a bunch of people with the Rona. This isn't Trump's fault. This is the Chinese Rona virus, right? This is not Trump's fault. So go out there and vote, folks. Go out there and vote like your life depends on it. Because I'm looking at it like, man, this is my kids. This is my kids' future, my grandkids, everything I've worked for. I don't want to, listen, I don't want a civil war. I don't want a freaking, a communist style ran regime where, everything is done for us and we can't work our ass off to get anywhere. And it doesn't make sense to even try to work hard because everything is done for you. I don't want that. And I know you guys don't want that either. So tell all your friends, if you got some liberal Democrat friends, show them some truth, right? Show them some truth. Mama, I can't see any comments. Anybody? Give me some of these comments before we...
One guy said they don't want to know the truth. I see it and hear it every day. Brainwashed is a real thing.
Oh, no doubt about that. You're definitely not gonna get everybody on board. It's just not possible. But if you can get 20% on board to see the truth, it'll create such a shockwave throughout the voting that it pushes us over the top, right? I just don't see how it's not going to be a landslide. Look at the people showing up for Trump, his speeches, right? His parades.
And put in their own parades, vote parades everywhere. I don't see Biden parades.
There's no Biden parades. I haven't even seen them fill up one stadium. Like it just doesn't make any sense. But you put on Fox News, you put on CNN, you put on ABC, head to head, Biden inching away or Biden up by 5 points. Like
he
what?
He can barely make us.
He can't even put congruent sentences together. How is it? This is what I was telling my wife. How is it that in this country, with the strongest military in the world has ever seen, the greatest economy the world has ever seen, that a man with dementia is allowed to run for presidency? And don't get all mad to, oh, Chris, that's insensitive. No, it's the truth. Would you let a man, if you had a badass multi-billion-dollar business you run in, would you let a guy with dementia run your business? Because at the end of the day, guys, you're running a business. The United States of America is a business, right? And would you hire your CEO? Would you let Biden run your business, who can barely put two sentences together, and his son's screwing 12-year-olds and snorting cocaine and smoking crack, excuse me? That's a whole nother story. I don't know if I could talk about that too much because I might get Facebook banned for talking about it. But look it up, folks.
Oh, but that's not true, Chris.
That's not true. Yeah, that's Russian collusion. The Russians planted that laptop.
Those videos are not real.
Folks, go look it up. It's on the net. I've seen one of the videos. It's Hunter Biden doing some illegal things with some illegal underage children. Okay?
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's unbelievable. It's freaking unbelievable. But yet we even allow this man to be running for presidency, right? It's come out too, the emails on the laptop, emailing back and forth where he's doing deals with China and Ukraine, and Biden's making money off of it. Hunter Biden and his dad. Come on, folks, wake up. But you say, well, Chris, the Russians helped Trump get in office. Where's the proof? 3 years they tried to get him impeached. 3 years they couldn't find anything, right? Being con, folks. Any other questions, Patty? I can't see nothing.
They were saying to listen to the X-22 report.
Yep, I've listened to X-22 report.
Another guy said Biden pushes fear.
Mm-hmm. If you actually, dude, if you vote for Biden, and when he's sitting there telling you he's taking away the oil industry, he is going to shut down the economy again. He's going to make us all wear masks. What's some of the other dumb things he said? If you think that's the smartest thing to do, you should probably sit this one out, folks. You're not that bright. Shutting down the economy is not the best thing to do. Suicides are up. All these different, depression is up. All these people losing everything they've worked their life.
We can't even get the basic fundamentals to live because so many places have shut down. Like just appliances. Like it circles down to like.
Well, the supply lines
just
have all shut down.
The supply line is terrible. Like.
Well, case in point, guys, if you follow me, which most of you guys on here follow me for real estate, I'm having trouble getting new mobile home units. I'm buying all these mobile home parks, and the supply lines are so messed up right now. I'm having to wait 3 and 4 months to get these brand new trailers to put them into my mobile home parks because the supply lines are so messed up.
That's with everything.
That's with everything. It's not just me. What were we supposed to shut everything down and wait and stop living? Jesus Christ, it don't make any sense, right? Maybe I'm insensitive. Maybe I'm just an ignorant
the numbers
hillbilly.
Don't make sense. It doesn't. Make sense.
But Chris, my grandmother died. Hey, look, I get it. I got a grandmother too, and she died. She died of cancer, right? And millions of people die of cancer every year. Are we supposed to shut down the whole economy? Right? And she smoked, right? She smoked.
Car accidents. Are we supposed to stop driving?
The food we eat is giving us cancer. Cigarettes we smoke. The way we take care of ourselves. Are we supposed to shut everything down? Why don't we stop eating food? Because a lot of the food that we're eating is giving us cancer and disease because what ding dongs, right? Donuts, fucking giving us diabetes, right? Why we don't shut everything down? Shut all that down. This is how you know you're being played, guys. You're being played. It's obvious. Wake up. This ain't about a virus. This ain't got nothing to do with.
It's about control.
It's all about control, power, and the establishment and the swamp, like Trump would say, is losing its power, and they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it right now to try to make you believe that Trump's a bad guy. The dude was already a billionaire before he got into office. He doesn't need your money, right? All these other politicians getting into office, they need money. They're all broke dicks, and that's why you get these politicians like Obama and Biden that come in worth $1 million or less, and they leave worth 150, 200 million bucks. Look at Hillary and Bill Clinton. Same case in point. This is how you know Trump is not a politician. He ain't doing it for the money, folks. He's doing it because he wants to leave a legacy. He's the next George Washington. I don't care what you think or what you believe. It's obvious. Just look and think. Stop. Don't look. See, I don't look at CNN. I don't look at Fox News. I look and then I think based off of what I see. And I go talk to a bunch of people, every race, color, creed, and I see what's actually going on, and I come up with my own conclusion. I don't let a media outlet tell me what to think, right? And you're being played. We're all being played like a fiddle right now. Trump can't be bought, and they hate it. He's already a billionaire. He's actually lost, his net worth has went down $1 billion since he got into office. This man is really doing, he's trying to turn the country around. His path is his legacy, not how much money can he make from being in office. And that's what Trump is. That's what I say. Trump. That's what Biden and all them do. They're all trying to get in office and make money, right? All these politicians, they get in office and they kickbacks, good old boy deals, right? That's just been going on for 100 years, a couple hundred years. That's just the nature of politics. If they would just take all the money out of politics, if you're a politician, they should almost make it you can't get into politics unless you're already rich, because like the wind blows and like the sun goes up and down, every politician that gets into politics benefits from being a politician monetarily, and they get corrupt because they end up doing things out of their interest, not the best interests of the people. And that's what happened. That's what's happened with the Democratic Party and the Republicans. Not just, both sides are corrupt. I'm not going to tell you that the Republican Party is great. Both sides. I'm more of a libertarian than anything else, or independent. But it's just sad, guys. It's really sad. And if we lose this country, dude, everybody wants to come to America. Everybody wants to come to America. Go to Europe. Go to all these different. Go to Mexico. Go to all these different countries. They all want to come to America. Why? Our freedoms, right? And we're about to be stripped of all our freedoms. If they get what they want, if communism gets here, it ain't gonna be pretty, folks. But anyway, Trump, Pence, 2020, folks. Go vote. Vote like your life depends on it, because it just might. It just might depend on it, because you wake up 40 years from now, 30 years from now, 20 years from now, and you voted for that low life, and you realize 20, 30 years from now that, look, what did I vote for? Because my country is no longer my country. My country is a communist shithole. Think before you vote, folks. I don't care if you've been voting Democrat for your whole life. You better think. Any final words, Big Mama?
Well, there's plenty of Democrats voting for Trump. They have signs everywhere.
There's signs all over
Democrats
Louisiana.
for Trump.
Democrat. Here, hold it here. Talk, Mom. I gotta go to the little boy's bathroom and answer some questions. I don't know what some of the questions we got.
Let's see. They're asking about Amazon. What do you think about Amazon?
With Jeff Bezos?
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, it's already been said that he works with the CIA, and
He works with the CIA, you said?
He
and
works
what?
with the CIA. That's come out that he works with the CIA. When you make that kind of money, you almost have to. If you make that kind
You're
of
usually
money
in cahoots.
with the government, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the little boy's bathroom. That's a good part of living in South Louisiana. You can pee in your backyard.
Also, Roy said you can't see the comments because they are censoring you. Hold on, let me show. Look at this fool right here. This is our entertainment. Okay. Shh. Okay, yeah, give me back my hat. Stole my hat from me. Let me see. What other question? I don't like him putting me in charge. Yes, we do know that he's censoring. They're censoring his Instagram for sure. Because
No, they censor my Instagram bad.
yeah, your Instagram's been censored for the last 2 weeks for sure. Anyone who thinks that Biden's saying is smart is smoking and sniffing what? Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Like, I think it's like y'all would be embarrassed to like be pro Biden. I really would. The man can barely make a sentence. It's like, couldn't they have gotten another puppet that was better than that? Is that all you
That's all
have?
they have left.
Is that all you
that's all
have?
they in
Is
inventory.
that a
Bunch
man
of
who can
lowlifes.
barely
It's a bunch of
speak a full
lowlifes.
sentence? It's laughable. Here, you better
got my
at this.
comments back? No.
No, I didn't. I have them right here.
Give me some comments, folks. How you feel about all this? You feel like what I'm saying has some validity in it? Because, dude, guys, I don't make this shit up, guys. I literally, as far as feeling good right here, as the sun goes down, I literally do tons of I read so much stuff, and it's scary when you start deep diving what's really going on and reading what's happening. Like, they literally are trying to overthrow the country, right? All these listen, I got a story for you. So my dad's got a guy that works for him. His neighbor owns a bunch of rent properties, and one of his rental properties, it was empty for a while, but he kept paying rent, and then noticed the grass was getting really tall, and he was never home. He hadn't been home for like 2 months. So he finally comes home, and this is in South Louisiana. He finally comes home, and the landlord, my dad's worker's friend, says, "Hey man, like, what's the deal? You've been paying me rent, but you're not cutting the grass. It's like 2 foot high. Where you been?" He goes, "Oh man, I got a really good job." Because you got a really good job. He goes, "Well, why you didn't cut your grass?" He goes, "I've been in Florida." He goes, "What you doing in Florida? What kind of job?" He goes, "Oh, I I got a protesting job. They paying me $150 a day to protest. $150 a day to protest, guys. And this is in, some little rinky-dink, backwoods city here in South Louisiana. So don't think that all these protesters are not being paid. Arden, you're about to hit me with that, son. You're about to hit me with that.
I'm doing this.
But, there's so much crazy stuff going on, folks. Don't be played. Like, wake up. The powers that be are trying to trick you, and they like to. They're almost predatory on minorities and maybe less fortunate people, less educated people, ignorant people, and they try to trick those people into thinking that people of working, people that own businesses, or people that are working their ass off, or people that are making money are evil, and try to keep. Arden, you're about to hit me in the back of the head, son. Watch it, dude. Put that up.
I'm destroying the empire.
Dude. But like I said, folks. Anyway, but look, at the end of the day, if Trump does, or Biden does win, if it doesn't turn into pure hell communist country, I'm still gonna make money. I'm still gonna make money in real estate. Why? Because I know how to make money in an up or down market. I know how to make money if it's sideways, backwards. But I don't know if I can make money in a full-blown communistic country, because in full communism, private property is not allowed, right? That's why I've been so vocal on these lives and so polarizing about Trump and how I feel. And guys, look, all these other cats out there, like, that are influencers, or they got a lot of followers that are keeping their mouth shut. And I know all these cats. They're all Trump supporters, but they're all saying, "Oh, I don't want to get into politics. I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to lose followers. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to, lose any money." Dude, that's horseshit. Have some balls, right? Listen, if you don't like what I'm saying, I really don't give two shits. I don't need your money. I want your money. If you want to buy my stuff, great. I'd love to coach you. I'd love you to come to one of my events, but I don't need your money. And secondly, most of the people that come to my events or buy my courses are not a bunch of communist, smoking, liberal Democrats. Most of them understand that most of them are Republicans anyway, or conservative, or independent, or libertarians that want a free society, a free marketplace, and they want to work their ass off for a piece of the American pie. So I'm not worried about it. When I make these political posts and upset a bunch of people, all I'm doing is purging my followers. That's how I look at it. Because those people ain't going to buy nothing from me anyway. Most of them are a bunch of lowlifes. So at the end of the day, stand up for what you believe in. Stand up like you got a pair. I don't pander to anybody. I don't care what you think. If you don't like what I say, then hey, you can unfollow me, right? And I will continue to stand up for what I believe in. And I'm not scared about saying that I'm a Trump supporter. And I'm not scared to say that Democrats and communists are a bunch of lowlifes, because they are. Go look at them. Most of these I got these cats inboxing me telling me I'm a hillbilly retard. What else am I? Honky tonk, whatever. And I go look at their profile pics, right? And they got fucking pink hair and purple hair and fucking nose rings and tattoos everywhere. They look like a transgender freaking freak, right? Freak.
Yeah.
That's right. So at the end of the day, like, I don't care. Like, you're dealing with a bunch of. Look at all those guys rioting. All you gotta do is look at the guys. What you doing, dude? Give me a kiss. Look at all those cats rioting, right? Those cats rioting. The most of them arrested. They have rap sheets as long as freaking, as a diploma of how many times they've been arrested. These guys are paid, and they're a bunch of lowlifes. So anyway, I'm starting to rant now, but anyway, go out and vote Tuesday, folks. Don't let this country turn into Venezuela or the Soviet Union or Eastern Europe. I love this country. I know most of you guys that follow me love this country. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a proud American. I'm a patriot. I love the Second Amendment. I love Trump. I love free speech. I love the fact that we have a free market. We have the opportunity to make money if we really want to work hard. Is it easy? No. Is America perfect? No. but it's the best unperfect country that they have out there in the world with the most opportunity. So hope that helps, and hope that sways you to vote Trump, and hopefully we'll have a Trump win Tuesday night. So, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna push it out 2 or 3 weeks because they're gonna contest it. But anyway, folks, we're still gonna make money. If you follow me, I'm still gonna crush it in real estate. We're gonna do a bunch of deals. You'll see. If you're interested in coming to one of my, I just call it a boot camp. I just had a mastermind. Arden, you almost hit me, son. Just had a mastermind on a beach house in Destin. We're gonna put another one on in March. If you want to come, it'll be mid-March. Inbox me. The last one was awesome. We talked about land development, mobile home parks, apartments, raising private capital, how to start your own fund. It was freaking awesome, right? It was just really awesome. So it's a great way to network, get out of the house. Arden, you're about to hit me, son. Inbox me if you want to come, or if you're just interested in me coaching you, or if you want to come spend a day with me in my office and come ride around, look at all my mobile home parks, apartments, all land development deals, and wholesaling and flipping company we have that we do in the South. Inbox me, Arden, inbox me, and I'd love to have you come and hang out and help you guys scale your business like I have. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. And keep scaling up. ChrisRood.com. Peace.